Hello. Welcome, everybody.
Good evening.
We're back. Oh, my new shirt, my holiday shirt.
And Frank's back. Yay!
And Frank's back.
What? Where? Oh.
Waiting on others to come back. Shay, Slacker.
Chris
and everybody else.
That's his official last name, huh?
Yes, Shay Slacker. Slacker Shay. So I need to go to live chat and say hi to everybody. John Jacobs, always wanting more silver. Chrissy, Janine. Hopefully people are getting their notifications because that's all that's in here right now. So the attention's on you guys. Hiram, welcome.
Awesome.
Welcome back, you guys. We always miss you.
Awesome.
We always miss you guys when we take that last Monday off. So welcome to our Monday night live coin Q&A. You guys all know the routine. We're probably going to talk your ear off for a little bit. We'll wait till more people come in. And Scott, hello. Eric, there's Blues. Miss you, buddy. Eric's been fishing.
Oh, there's Mr. Joe Sharp. Hey, Joe, did you send us your mailing address for the album you won? Because I couldn't find it. Can anyone else find it in the emails?
Did Joe win? I don't remember who won.
Yeah, he won the last one. The
Oh, he probably didn't send it.
Yeah, the Walking Liberty.
He probably didn't send it. Did you send it, Joe?
That could not possibly have been the reason.
Possibly. Definitely, maybe.
Irish, welcome. Everybody who's popping in.
Joe, what do you know?
Oh, no, he forgot. There you go. My other self, welcome. Farm Dog, hello. We're so glad to see you guys.
And I mailed off the magnifier that somebody won.
Nice.
So that's...
Well, this time it's not Sean's fault.
Farm Dog.
Oh, Adam, you're a good egg.
He is a good egg. He is a good egg.
Yeah.
Kimberly, how are you doing?
Dragon, where?
Holy crap, I hear dragon. Instead, yep. We dragged him back up on panel. And you guys, Amanda, we know you're used to hearing her talk all the time. You know, we usually can't shut her up. She won't be doing talking. She's under the weather. She does not have I won't say it. She doesn't have the, thing.
The vid.
The thing. I know. I got to be careful. Apparently. But she's sick. She's got like sinus infection and all kinds of other things going on. So she's going to just pull up pictures for us and we're not going to make her talk.
That's right.
That's right. Buckeye Chuck, hello, welcome. Hey, Dave's not here.
Really? Oh.
What the Frank?
What the Frank?
Yeah, make a note. Note to self, Joe. Some say papaya juice. So, you guys we're going to talk a little bit about some of the issues that people have been having. Sean wants to keep it short and sweet and talk about the good things about the Morgan dollars and Peace dollar, because it'll be like a 30-second conversation. But I think we're going to talk a little bit about the bad things that have been going on, because I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
He's not good.
He's not good. Yeah, so I'll start off with my own experience. I ordered one of each of the Morgans and the Peace dollar. Got the ONCC first two coins. My Carson City was great, no problems. My New Orleans, Sean's got it in his hands right now because he's going to be giving it away. because
Well, I don't
couldn't
have it in
look
my
at
hand currently because, you know.
Yeah. It literally looked on the reverse like it had the ring of death, like it had coin roll damage on it.
Yeah.
So I had to get that out of my sight. But I did get the rest of them in and no problems. And I feel very fortunate because so many people are having problems. So I'll let you guys talk more about that.
I tell you what, though, if you got a great example that was clean, it's a beautiful coin.
Yeah.
You know, both the Morgan, and it doesn't matter which one you have, and the piece. The piece is gorgeous.
The piece dollar is gorgeous, and all of my piece dollars were just beautiful. So that's a plus. But my Denver's had issues, and my Philly Morgans had issues. So there might be some conditional rarities out there. I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, we were talking
and
about
S70 is going to be probably pretty tough on some of these issues, some of these coins.
I agree. Yep.
I think a lot of people are down right now on US Mint stuff. So much has gone bad this year. You know, where do you start, really? And then not to mention the hyperinflation.
Yeah.
Right after the ordering period of a pre-sale is unprecedented.
Yeah.
A lot of you probably had already looked. The prices had dropped to about 35-40% of what they were selling for in August.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, there's all kinds of theories out there. And the one that I tend to agree with the most is that people, they overcommitted themselves. They bought too many and some of them bought it on credit and just are dumping them because they don't want to pay the interest rate anymore, and so they're selling them off cheap.
Yeah.
And that's affecting the market. That's taking the value of the Morgans and the piece dollars. But I give it 6 months to a year. I think the values will go back up again for a little bit.
I think so too.
So don't be discouraged.
Eddie, I think you're the exception to the rule, because my O minted coins, I got 2 of them. One of them had little pit marks in it, like someone had hit it with something. But I don't want to return it because it's not worth my time, and it's not worth the money to spend your money to ship it back.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the piece and the D Mint, the Denver Mint Morgan, are going to end up being, may even end up being like key dates for the series. So
I think the Denver Mint, especially, I think that one, as many coins as I saw that were all damaged or had issues, including myself, it would not surprise me one bit.
Ida, Hector, Farm Dog, hello, you guys. Anybody that I haven't said hi to? Lucky Duck, Silver Bull, Chief Stacker, you guys, hi. Yeah, yeah, not good, and it's really sad. All of the legislation and everything that, the effort that went into having these made, and then them just dropping the ball.
I think they bit off more than they could chew, just be honest. And I think it was a rushed thing to get them out the door as quickly as they could. And when they did that, I think mistakes were made and, you had issues.
Yeah, and, I don't know how many of these were actually planchet flaws before they were even struck, because they were having a problem getting the planchets, and so who knows what happened with that,
All the hoo-ha with the silver that happened.
Yeah, it's just so anyway, it makes me sad, but I'm going to hang on to I was going to sell them all as a set. Obviously, I'm not doing that anymore, and obviously not going to sell them for what I had planned on selling them for. It surprised me. The market took me by surprise. but I'm gonna hang on to them because
I mean, I still think if you sold it right now, you had to get rid of it. You could probably make a little bit off of it,
a
but
little bit.
at that point, I would just say just keep it.
But I'm seeing the peace dollars go for like 125.
Yeah, I would just
the only coin where you could realistically still double up is
Carson City.
the CC, and man, that's a stretch. I think they've dipped down to like 160, 170. So
Yeah.
CC, just by virtue of what it's being, is going to always be popular, I think.
Hi, Nick. Welcome.
Even if it
Thanks
is just
for
a primer.
coming. Yeah. Ida, hello, my sweet friend. Eric, welcome. So good to see you guys. We missed you. Shannon, I think I said hi to you already, probably like 5 times. Okay, well, is there any other things that you guys wanted to talk about other than that mess?
Just to you guys are aware that if you still have these coins and you want to grade them, you still can send them and still get your first strike designation, and they don't necessarily have to be sent in a sealed shipping box. You have 30 days from the moment that these things had dropped for you to claim that. So
Yeah, and I have been and would recommend opening them and looking at them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you may end up saving yourself a lot of money and trouble in the long run. Because if you send them off and they're like the one that I'm not even sure that some of them would even straight grade and not come back details, because they're definitely post mint damage. So yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of those special labels anyway, but that's another story.
hey, Amy, glad you got the album. That's cool.
How are you, Amy? Dodger, so good to see you. When are you gonna start, Dodger? I haven't seen you stream in a long time. When are you gonna start doing videos again? Joey. Yeah. Is it a mint issue or third-party shipper problem? I don't. I think that whoever they're sending them off to, that's doing their packaging and things like that.
I think it's third party. I do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it is that.
Yeah.
I think honestly, it seemed like they threw all the Denver coins in like a tub and just moved them off the shipping as quickly as they could. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, and that's how they all got messed up.
They were rushed.
Because I'm not sure. I mean, I know that they use fulfillment centers. So are those the people that are actually packaging the coins? Because if they are, then the mint has to ship those coins to the fulfillment center and have them packaged up. So somewhere along the line, they're getting damaged.
I mean, Denver is known for its quality, so it's kind of a surprise to me too on that aspect of it. But
yeah, this Morgan and Peace Dollar program, you guys know, is taking the place of our traditional high-end fall release.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth. I think I wish these would have been released over the summer, and I wish that the U.S. Mint would have taken its sweet time to get the quality down, because that's what people expected. They'd hyped this thing since last year when it first got passed through legislation, and now we're left a year later with something that wasn't up to our standards.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, Nick. Nick's coins. That's Nikki. She's kind of. I mean, I don't know, Nikki. Are you new to the community, or have you been around a while and everybody's just getting to know you? Super nice gal. Yeah, mine came out of Texas too. I was surprised because it's the first time that I've ever had something shipped out of Texas, a fulfillment center in Texas.
What?
Yeah.
Mine were in Tennessee.
Yeah, a lot
mine
of people.
were Memphis.
Yeah, mine came out of Texas.
The only ones I didn't order were the Denver and San Francisco, and I should have ordered at least one of those each after I found out that the coins were actually struck at the Denver and San Francisco mints. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I ordered 3 Denver and 2 San Francisco. So
My other self said that her piece came from Texas too. Sorry, I'm assuming you're a she. But yeah, it's so that might be an interesting like study to do to see if which fulfillment center most of the damaged coins came out of. Did the damaged coins come out of the fulfillment center in Texas, or did they come out of the fulfillment center in Tennessee?
Well, I had one coin that came from Memphis, one of my O's that I feel like is not a good quality coin, just based off of a couple marks that were on there.
Yeah,
some people might be trivial, but it's right on the fields, and it kind of does stick out, especially when you're, detail oriented like myself. So
might release proofs or reverse proof Morgans or piece in 20. So I've heard some rumors. I don't know anything about them maybe doing another one next year. I don't know. I think for the Morgans, it would be stupid. I could understand with the piece dollars, maybe doing a series of those just because it coincides with the dates. But there's no 1922 Morgan. So why would you do a 2022 Morgan? Does that make sense? I think that would be stupid.
In a purist way, it does make sense. Definitely.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I think that US Mint needs to slow their roll next year.
Mm-hmm. Please. Yes.
Sell less items. Sell the items that they're good at. Cut their product in half. Like they have a bunch of miscellaneous like little gift things. They don't need to sell those. They don't need to do Armed Forces medals. And not a knock against Armed Forces. I just don't think that that's where they need to focus their energy on. They need to work within the capabilities of their workforce, because even they're low on employees, and you guys know. I don't need to praise that to you, but yeah, if they went back to basics, I would be okay with that for a year. And there's a new mint director, interim director, and things probably are going to be a little bit more different.
Well, the interim director actually is not. She was like the interim director for like a day.
So is she the official director?
There's an official one now, a different one, not the one that was the interim.
Oh, so there's
another female, but
okay, all right.
Yeah, the interim director did not last very long. I don't know why. I heard she got fired. I don't know.
Wow.
It's like, they're going to pay me what?
Maybe I don't know what happened.
PCGS has a new CEO too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we probably need to cut the mint a little slack, because they're no different than everybody else, I guess.
It's a production facility.
Yeah, I mean, they are, probably lacking the employees and things like that. So they're probably doing maybe not the best they could, but I don't know.
John Jacobs, you'd probably win too.
It'll be interesting to see in the next couple of years how things change. So anyway, welcome everybody that came. If you're new here, please let us know in the chat how you found us and how you heard of us, so we can thank whoever sent you over here. I don't really see any new names right now, but except for Nick. But I know why she's here, because I made her come. I see a lot of people that are here from Miss Ida's morning show.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to do a little plug for her because I can. We're trying to get her 2,000. She's still not there yet. I think she's at 925. So if you guys are not subscribed to Ida Herring, you'll see her with a wrench in chat. She's blue. Please go over and check her out. She's on 5 days a week at the butt crack of dawn in the morning. It's like 4 my time, I think 7 her time or something like that. But we just have coffee and we chat, and it's a good time, and it's a good way to start your day. So, and she does a ton for a ton of people in the community. And she made our hats and our shirts, and she's amazing. And she made my wall hanging back there that you can't really see, but it's there. So she's amazing. And if you guys didn't hear, so Big Flip in the community, his wife Flipside, is struggling, fighting breast cancer right now. She's fighting the good fight. They did a benefit for her this weekend, and I think they raised $6,000.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah, Silver Keys did like I don't know, it was like 16 hours or something like that stream. So this community is amazing, you guys. Every once in a while we get a bad apple, but the good way outweighs the bad. So this community is amazing. We pulled together. Anyway, I'm going to get off that little thing, and we'll talk about coins now, because that's what everybody's here to talk about. 16 hours. Yeah, it was crazy. 16-hour auction. Holy crap.
Marathon.
And she gave away boob koozies. Boobs.
Wait, what?
Koozies. Boob koozies.
Boozies.
Am I allowed to say
We
that?
have a few people I brought over. Wouldn't you know that? Let's see, Kevin Bliss.
Woo.
Thanks for coming by. Welcome. A few others.
Nice.
I'm good for at least 1 or 2 new folks, you know.
Right on. So
Yeah.
real quick, you guys, we're super backed up in our emails. We've been working our butts off trying to get caught up. We're a few panel members shy right now. So we're really trying our best. So just be patient with us. If you guys haven't joined our Facebook group, please join our Facebook group, Coin Q&A. Answer all the membership questions and agree to the rules. And you can post there 24/7, and you will usually get an answer a lot quicker than in an email. Our emails, if you have never sent us an email, we have a video that will kind of walk you through the process and what we expect. So if you guys can go watch that, that's really helpful. So.
Oh, hey, Adam, pal, did you want to say anything about a certain toned Lincoln scent?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what he was going to
Yeah.
talk
I think
about.
that's what he wanted to talk about for
Thank
a quick
you,
second.
Sean.
I put
That-
put
you
him on
know,
the spot.
Toning can be so tough to determine if it's artificial or natural. And I had shared that in a couple of the groups, and it stirred a lot of people up. Had some people saying that it was artificially toned. It looked like a roll ender to me. The color transition on the coin looked natural. It didn't. They say to check the. It starts at like gold, and then it kind of goes up to maybe like magenta, and then it kind of goes maybe up to a little bit of blue, and then violet, and then usually there's a color progression, and if the color progression is like abrupt, so maybe it goes from like yellow to like purple or something, some craziness, then usually you can tell that coin has been clean or artificially toned. But I honestly think that coin was naturally toned. I don't think CAC would have certified the coin if it was not natural. I don't think NGC would have necessarily certified the coin if it was not natural. So, I mean, you had CAC to certify it and say, "Hey, this is legit." So, in my opinion, I think the coin was naturally toned.
I think there probably would have been more of an argument if it wasn't CAC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there has been some AT Silver Eagles, like really recent within the last 15 years, like with strange crazy toning on it, and they're graded. So yeah,
I think it's very difficult to reproduce that target tone.
Yes, and I think you're right, Paula. I think if you were to try to cook that at home, I don't think you wouldn't get those results. I mean,
No,
and
not
sometimes
just on one side,
you
right?
get that pullback too, like on your devices, especially like on Morgan's. If you look at like the numbers and stuff, you get that pullback from the digits, and that's a good way to tell natural from artificial, also. So,
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's
Natural.
tough. I'm not saying it's easy to determine, and if you're not sure, yeah, you could grade it, but don't be surprised if it does come back in unk details, artificially toned or questionable color. It's so tough. It's really, you're taking a chance. It's a risky thing to send those off.
Exactly. It's one of the more riskier aspects of numismatics. And the thing is, toning, it's a love it or hate it, desirability. It's either you really love toning and you see it for what it is, artistic rendering of the coin that's been, produced over many decades, or you hate it,
That's why you took a $10 coin and turned it into an $1,800 coin. Somebody really
coin was beautiful, and
for a registry toned registry set. That's why that coin sold for so much money.
It's only a 65. That's like a standard kind of grade out of a BU roll, 64, 65. So, it's not like the numerical grade is going to set the world on fire as far as like a top pop. But man, that color.
Nick, I am not a fan of toning either, but this, do you have a picture of it, Adam?
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
Okay. But this coin was beautiful. And I don't think it's any different than like with minting errors. You can, so they say that if you can reproduce it yourself, it's typically damaged, right? Or it is damaged if it's something that you can reproduce in your garage or whatever else. Well, I don't, for the life of me, understand how this could ever be reproduced, especially just on one side of the coin. It looks like album toning, target toning. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I have seen it in those flip sets.
It's uncentered. The bullseye targeted toning is uncentered, which helps corroborate the roll ender theory. Because when you're sitting there 60, 70 years ago packing these things, it's that paper will bunch up in certain areas where it's uneven, and that's how you get stuff like that.
Am I sharing it? Is it working?
Yeah, I'll put it up.
Oh, there
it is.
Can you zoom on it?
Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Other zoom.
Your left hand zoom, not your right hand zoom.
The double ring. That's so.
Or you gotta hit the cross.
Oh, there we go. That'll work. There we go. I gotta move it.
Drag it.
Fix it.
Well, come on, you stupid thing.
MS65.
Well, I didn't mean to make it smaller. There we go.
Oh, crazy.
There we go.
Trying to drag it here. There we go.
There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Oh man.
So
that's pretty.
And you can see how the yellow
got a progression in
color. It's a progression. So
yellow into pink, into the magenta, into blue.
Got some green in there. You got a little bit of, and then I can pull the reverse up here too.
It's just like a prism. Or a rainbow.
If you were to take this coin and compare it to any artificial tone Lincoln that these fly-by-night sellers on eBay hawk out for $15-20, you will see a dramatic difference. And it's all in the color progression. I know a lot of you don't understand, but there are people that again, it's a love it or hate it thing. You either all in on it or you're not. But I see opportunity, and I cherry pick just absolutely beautiful album toned Jefferson nickels, and I sell them for many times.
Yeah, I mean, I cherry picked a bunch of tone Lincolns at that last show I went to, and I had a 35S with that beautiful transition of color, the ring around the peripheral toning, and I mean, they sold for $60 a piece. I had 2 of them, and I bought them for like $5. So you can go out and cherry pick dealer stock and find some really nice tone coins. You
can tone copper with heat, Chief Stacker.
Yeah,
but
that would be artificial.
It's typically really very uniform. You don't get that bullseye toning. It's typically very uniform. Depending on where you apply the heat. If the entire coin is heated or whatever, you can artificial tone with eggs. You can artificial tone with liver of sulfur, all kinds of things. You can even sunlight, environmental toning, right? Now, is that considered artificial just because you've speeded up the process? I don't know, but
I wanted to highlight Joey's comment because it's funny because Adam had posted this on a few Facebook sites, right?
He had some haters,
and I think we got the exact opposite reaction, Joey, of what you're saying could happen. I think they hated it more and not started loving it.
Sometimes I think people get a little envious of stuff like that too, and I actually sold a toner of mine, a 66 red brown, that same night, and I sold it for $105.
Well, so, I don't know what happened to our super chat, Red. Sorry, Anna. I don't know why isn't our super.
Hey, Paula, I think that had to do with the AdSense monetization.
Because it let me turn on monetization. I turned it on. Weird. I don't.
Very interesting.
So, I mean, toners do sell if you want to take a chance on them and grade them. I send mine in bulk. I put them with my bulk submission, so that way, if they don't grade, I don't pay for it, and they send it back to me. So, but sometimes you can get lucky and find some really good stuff. It just depends.
Yeah, that's it was really strange to me to see so many people get so upset over that. And I honestly, Adam, I think it was more the selling price. I think that they just didn't. They
couldn't comprehend a coin that would sell for $1,800. Keep in mind, they had a 54D that sold 2 years ago for over $4,500 in a 66, like red brown, I think is what it was, with a CAC PCGS.
Wow.
Great collections. On Great Collections is sold there. So when there is a tone coin that people want, they will fight over it, and it happens all the time. I watch Sean's Monday Market Report all the time, and he had a couple Buffaloes 2 weeks ago that were like $100 or $200 or $300 coins that sold for $4,000. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, Frank likes his woodies.
It's kind of like that is it's in a way like toning, it's a
type.
A lot of people like them,
It's 10 times as good if it's got wood.
And if you notice, because wood grain shows up more over time as the coin gets older,
That's a dime. I can't see which one it is though.
That's crazy.
My wife got this for me for Christmas for like $80. I mean, the pictures, of course, look a lot better. I got it from Great Collections.
Nice.
Yeah.
She goes on Great Collections.
I can only imagine how much the coin would sell for today.
That's what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to send my Christmas list to Great Collections here. Get this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. She's like, "What do you want? You want me to go look on Great Collections?" I'm like,
Nice.
yeah, man.
Speaking
I
of great
couldn't tell.
collections, our William Porches coin
Yes.
got a bid.
Couple of them. 2 bids.
2 bids now?
Yep, 2 bids.
Nice. That's
To the
our
moon.
William Porches are
So it's selling for at least $10,500, I think, is what I saw last.
well, it's still got like 13 days,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And the cricket sold for 5,200 or something like that.
God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find a cricket out in my yard and put it,
Crazy.
There's
Yeah.
plenty of cicadas around here, I think.
So, okay, receiving a premium from is similar to cherry pickers premium, the varieties. Yeah, it's
Emails.
we all collect what we love, right? That's part of the hobby. We say it all the time. Find something that you love and collect that. And there are people that just love toners and they'll pay for it.
It's registry. That's what it is. That it was exactly what drives that price is the competitive sets that people are putting together. It's just insane.
And those people are buying those coins to keep in their collections.
Yes.
They're not buying them to flip them or as an investment or anything like that. They are buying them because they get to look at them every day for the rest of their lives and love them.
Yeah. It's like that 1930 Buffalo nickel I have that's just absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I'll ever sell it.
Yep.
So it's just...
All right. So anybody else have anything? Frank?
I got no dog in this fight. I didn't buy them.
Frank has a 1984, 2 of them doubled ear. One is needs a hospital.
You could say that. Or just a really long bath in acid and put it out of its misery.
One's a little zinc rotten. It's very sad. It broke my
It's
heart.
got a bit of road rash.
Like
do a
Amanda's
little
19
acid bath so that way it's just the copper skin left over, but it still has the double ear on it.
A couple microns of copper there.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking. Like
And then
Amanda's
send it off to
double done.
PCGS. Obviously, they're going to put corroded in there, but it'd be pretty cool.
No, I don't have it anymore. I'm pretty sure I sold it to Shay for like $10.
Did you know?
Sucker.
19, I
Shay's
think.
loving it.
I think that. But yeah, I've still got the other one though.
That is such a good
For now.
variety, too. That's so
I
awesome.
was
still haven't found one yet, but I really want one.
I just bought a really cool.
It's almost to the point where you want to just buy one just to have it, Just
Oh,
pay
well,
for it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Talk to Frank.
that and a really nice 83 DDR.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got
They
that
kind of
too.
like go hand in hand because it's like
Yeah,
one
didn't
thing
you
after
have
another.
both? You had the 83 on your MMR this week, didn't you?
Yeah, man, there were so many weird varieties on the MMR this week. I mean, it's great to see. I'm like, wow, finally, we get to see an AU50 DDO quarter that's not a mid-state 67 plus.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but it's the big DDO, for 43, that one.
Mm.
Yeah.
43 had some nice quarters that year for sure.
Ooh, yeah, the San Francisco, the Philly.
Mm-hmm.
That 83 Lincoln DDR that I have is quite a little story attached to it too that I'll have to share sometime.
I bought it 64 from you. That's my favorite DDR, by the way, in case anybody asks of the Lincoln series.
Christmas is coming.
1964.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I got one from Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was her white whale, so I had to oblige.
Yeah, it was. And then I found one.
And then she found one.
And then you
I
found
think
one.
we both did too.
Yep.
Yeah, Bob's Pistols, I'm watching it too. Kind of.
Watching yeah, he's a little
One eye in
distracted
the game.
tonight. We keep having to reel him back in. Come on, Adam. Let's go. Okay,
It's
well,
okay. He has a vested interest in the Chiefs. They're not playing as good as they were.
No, oh my God. I don't even want to talk about it.
I'm sorry.
No comment, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, they're
Sorry,
probably
my
playing
Niners
better
aren't
than
doing
my
too good.
grandsons.
They're their worst enemy this year, I think. I think that's the problem.
All right, should we look at some coins?
Yes.
Everybody that showed up, welcome. Thanks for coming and spending your Monday night with us. We always appreciate seeing all of you guys. We love having you here. So we're gonna look at some coins now.
Rookie.
No. I guess I'll read this one.
Oh, hi. I know that guy.
From Sharp Eye 4 Coins, help with this 1954 Franklin $50. Hi, Sean. Just kidding, Paula. Seriously, hi all. I could really use your help with this $50. I've been beating around the bush to send you. I suspect that it is an FS 101 Bugs Bunny Clash, possible from die 1 or die 3, but the die is so deteriorated it's really hard to tell. Die scratches have obliterated much of the second tooth you should see, or maybe I'm not seeing anything at all. Is it just die deterioration overall with me seeing pattern in the chaos? Who knows, but your keen insight would help me lay this to rest.
What a well-written email.
I love finding patterns in the chaos.
Okay.
You want to describe what?
Take it away, Adam.
What you're
Okay,
looking
so very nice uncirculated coin here. Can we zoom in on the teeth?
at? The teeth.
The teeth.
The toofuses?
The teeth.
The teeth marks on the neck. It looks like a vampire variety.
Yes, this is actually die 2. So this is the FS 402. So this is kind of where it's kind of poking out, protruding out from the nose a little bit.
The booger nose.
Yeah, this is a nice variety. Can we look at that reverse?
Man, you really do know your stuff.
Here we go. Actually, this is a good photo. Is there a way to turn that? Probably not. But let's zoom in on those teeth.
She'll
Teeth.
turn
Of
it.
course you can.
Yep, there it is. You can really see it on this one.
Yeah, you do. Man, it's strong.
Blood.
Yeah, very nice.
I can dig it.
And you can find these on a lot of the Franklins.
Adam, tell people what that is.
That's a
called.
clash. If we scroll down to can we scroll down to the eagle there? On the reverse there? There we are. So that's the eagle's right wing there that's clashed onto the mouth area. That causes the teeth and the boogers and all that. So it's just the dies really smacked very hard with each other, and you could tell where they tried to remove it, but they didn't remove it very good because obviously it's still there. But you can find these on pretty much all the way through from 48 all the way to 63. So they're mainly on the Philly mints. You don't really see them too much on the branch mints, but you can still see them on the branch mints. Has it got full bell lines? Let's see.
There's a reason they call him Sharp Eye.
Oh, well, maybe. That's
Pretty darn close.
tough.
It's close. There might be a few
Close.
too many nicks or something right there.
That end, the
Or
very
planted marks.
end.
'Cause the lines have to go all the way to the crack, right, on both sides.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And it's got to be continuous. Can we scroll up to E Pluribus there? Does he have some more photos that he sent in?
Yeah, he sent a bunch of good pictures too, Joe. See, you guys, real quick, see those marks on the neck? Whoops, Amanda went past it. It's okay.
Yeah.
See those marks on his neck?
That's
You
where
guys
the
will-
bell clashed.
You guys will see that a lot on coins. I just want to point it out because that's a great picture of them.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You're going to see those a lot on coins. Those are actually contact marks from the reeded edge of another coin.
Really
So
widely
anytime
spaced.
coins are thrown into bags with other coins, especially these bigger coins and stuff, you get those marks. And that's not an error. That's actually post-mint damage. Even though sometimes it happens at the mint, it's not a minting error.
Do you want me to pull up the? I've got the die pair on Franklin Lovers. If we want to look at it, let's see here.
Yeah, he does have one on his temple too. Yep.
Poor Ben just got smacked.
Paula, can you
What?
share my screen for a second?
I don't see it down here.
Can you do now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so here's die 2. And this is a good website. It's called franklinlovers.yolasite.com. And it's got pretty much all the Franklin Bugs Bunny varieties, all the double dies, all the RPMs, all the die breaks. This is the 54 die 2. The one that we're looking at, this is probably the die state that we're looking at on Joe's coin here. And then when I was looking through the photos, this is what I saw. And that's a good die marker, the die scratches above E pluribus. So,
Wow, that one's got a lot of die markers, huh?
oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, like right here above the we, I got the die gouge right here, the die scratches in front of the face. So,
Oh, deep.
and then there's just numerous. I mean, you can just see there's all these listings, and it's a good resource if you want to look at your Franklins and you want to go see what you have. I mean, here it is right here. Like you can go up here to the variety guide, and you can look at the die breaks, double dies, RPMs. So
Thanks,
essentially,
Eric.
it's kind of like like a Wexler side or a variety B stuff.
Mhm.
So.
Thanks, Eric. So you guys, those were not scratches on the coin, just in case. I mean, I know most of you already know that. Those are die abrasions. They probably were attempting to remove that clash. That's why you see some like around his bridge of his nose and places like that are missing, are really weak because they were attempting to remove from the die, remove those clashes.
And sometimes they'll do it so hard, like especially on 55, 54, to where like the whole
it's gone.
Mouth is missing almost because they've just they wanted to get rid of that clash so hard that
I find your luck disturbing.
So,
yeah, so if you guys see those die abrasions, like a ton of die abrasions on a coin, look for a clash.
Yep.
Look for any evidence of a clash or anything else because there was something on that die that they were trying to get rid of. Even, a lot of times it's just like a minor, like maybe a die gouge that happened, that the die got dropped or something got dropped on the die. And, they want to, they try to keep those dies in production for as long as they can. So
another good place to look on Franklin's is the neck.
The neck.
That's a big part where that bell clashes with the neck, and you can see clashes big time on the neck too. And that's a good indication that you might have a clash on the nose, on the lip, or Joey. There is a 1952 proof Bugs Bunny, but I have not heard of a 1961. Not saying it doesn't exist. I've just never experienced it myself.
Hey, Adam, who manages the Franklin website?
I've reached out to him. To be honest, it's kind of hard for him to get back to you. He didn't respond to any of my email requests, so I don't know if he just doesn't really manage. He just maybe pays to keep it going, and he's just not really doing much with it. I'm not sure.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if some of Koneka, I don't know if they do anything with that stuff or not. Is
there somebody in their attributors? Do you know? Is there anybody on their list of, because they have a whole list of who does what on that's does their attributions. You know, they have everybody listed that does what on there. And if you guys are not members of the ANA, or first of all, you should be members of the ANA. If you collect coins, you should be members of the American Numismatic Association. But Koneka is also a great organization, and you should join that too.
Sean, his name is Brett Parrish, is his name.
And he's through Koneka?
He's the one that does the coin examinations for Franklin Yola site.
Oh.
Franklin Lovers. I'm not sure on Koneka. I haven't looked at that to see. That might be something that is worth looking into for sure.
Awesome, Danny. Yeah, check into Koneka too. If you collect errors and varieties, check into Koneka. It's a great organization to belong to too. Some people say Koneka.
Koneka Minolta? Oh.
No, I don't think Michael Kittle still has. I think that ended yesterday. I think it was only going through the month of October. Scoop, you can always reach out to him and see if he's still. He might pop in here tonight. Who knows?
Probably sandbagging.
Huh?
Probably sandbagging, lurking.
Sandbagging. So, yeah.
Jargon.
But great coin, Joe. Congratulations. Tomato, Koneka.
You know, Paula, I was just looking on here about attributions for Koneka. Mm-hmm. Don't see anything for the Franklin on there. So I don't know. It's really maybe
it may be whoever does their varieties or errors or
they do have 20th century dye varieties attributor Mike Ellis.
So it probably is Mike.
Okay.
Wow, I went to school with Mike Ellis.
What a quinkydink.
Waiting for this thing.
Yeah, so let's see. Do we have... I'm going to put this up and somebody can read this, and then I'm going to try to grab that Koneka's link.
I'll take it. From Jason F. regarding 1965 DDO Washington Quarter. Hi, folks. Love the Q&A. We love you, too. I finally think I have come across a fairly rare DDO. I discovered this 1965 Washington Quarter while digging through change. I would love your opinions on A, is it the elusive FS101, and B, given that it's probably no better than VF with scratches and looks a little better in hand, but not much. Would it be worth it to send off just to get the attribution?
We already have it.
We got it.
Sean, are you eating dinner?
How'd you guess? Actually, I just finished.
Because it's 12 our dinner time always.
Yeah, good old 6:20 on the dot.
But I know you were excited about this coin, so I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it.
Well, let's have a look here.
Yeah, your strongest doubling on this example is going to be on the motto. So if Amanda, if you have a close-up, actually the date also exhibits some of that doubling as well.
Yeah,
And Liberty, they're just kind of all over the place, but yeah, the motto is where it's really hopping.
the U and the S.
Yeah.
That's what popped out to me when I opened up this email.
A road there.
Yeah.
As if there was any doubt. Look at this thing.
Daddy,
It's beautiful.
And it says a lot. When the coin is in this condition, it's pretty rough. Don't get me wrong. And you're still able to see some of the splitting, like on the U and S, and the word God, especially, is very strong. I mean, that's really nice. But
the 34 double diavers comes to mind too, and you can see that really strong, pretty rough grades still too.
Yeah, I'm always an advocate. Frank, you're absolutely right. Frank, I'm an advocate of searching through your scrap silver for stuff like this. Now, this is not silver, obviously, but there are a few dates that come to mind that you absolutely need to be on the lookout for. The 65, the 66 DDR is another one. 70D.
Yes,
there's a few. Man, there are a few.
76D.
Yeah.
I when I go to shows, I'll sit there all day and I will go through all, especially quarters, and I mean you can find all kinds of stuff if you just sit down at a dealer's table and start going through their stuff.
And dollar bins, yep.
Yep.
So this coin, if you sent this, would come back details.
Yes,
unfortunately, somebody scrubbed the crap out of this coin, and it's unfortunate. This coin, I probably wouldn't send it in for grading just because I don't want a big details label on my coin. Had whoever had this before or whatever just sent it in dirty and had it conserved, it would have been a lot better.
Can we look at the date? I think the date's got some doubling too, if I remember.
Yeah, it does. The 6 especially.
It does.
I think I saw some notching in Liberty too.
Yeah, it's doubling all over.
Yeah, right there on the E.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that big old meat book. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Cindy.
I'm glad the person rescued it.
I'm confident that this coin with these images can help make your coin sellable without grading it.
Absolutely. And you don't need to send it off to anybody to have it attributed because it's already attributed. That's exactly what it is.
I mean, if it were my coin, I'm just going to throw this out there. Put it on eBay, $100, buy it now. I think that's about what it's worth. I know we don't talk about value, but
and let the panel know that you're doing that.
Please.
Yeah.
Get it going. Get it going.
I mean, it's going to sell, no doubt about it. And it is a very scarce variety. I've seen more 66 DDRs than I have 65 DDOs, and that says a lot because that 66 is pretty rare. So
yeah, Dodger found one. We showed that, right, Dodger?
Awesome.
It's at PCGS, he said.
Yeah, I think we showed his a while back. Dodger finds all the good stuff.
Yeah, that attributes itself. I mean, those pictures are just...
My other self, it would be a good idea just to say, like, details cleaned in the description when you go and sell it. You want to be as honest and, forthright as you can with it, because if they receive the coin and they don't like the way it looks, they can return it anytime they want. Yeah. So you want to try and minimize any future issues, especially when it comes to a chargeback. You don't want this stuff coming back to you. So just full disclosure, and you will be successful in your sales.
Yeah. Even though anybody buying this, if they knew anything about coins, would know just from looking at it that it's cleaned, it takes away their option to have buyer's remorse and just go, oh, I really shouldn't have bought that.
Hey Amanda, is there a full obverse picture so everyone can see how badly cleaned it is. I mean, you guys can tell it's got
in our
some pretty
thumbnails.
Definitely.
yeah,
Oh,
hairlines all over the place. I mean, yeah, it was scrubbed with a Brillo pad.
Yeah.
Brillo pad, hell, that's rasp.
Yeah,
Grasso, is that what you just said?
A rasp. Like a file.
Somebody probably took a toothbrush to it.
that's a really, really rough toothbrush.
Well, because that's one of them. I see it all the time. It's one of the more common when people go, "Oh, toothbrushes are safe." I see that all the time. Like, but I mean, have you ever brushed your teeth with a hard toothbrush? They're like you can take your enamel off your
the
teeth.
gum.
It'll take the enamel right off.
Even a terry cloth towel
yeah,
can
will scratch.
interrupt the luster on your coin.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be very careful.
Just don't do it. Just
Yeah,
don't.
it doesn't matter what it is. Anytime
Don't
you
do it,
apply friction to a coin, it's going to scratch.
Mm-hmm.
You can use
Even
a
if it's on
baby's
the
diaper.
atomic.
You could use a baby wipe. You know, it doesn't matter. As long as you're applying some sort of friction. Yeah, you could rub it with a really dirty diaper, and it would come out scratched.
Well, yeah, because if there is anything on that coin, you're pulling whatever's on that coin across the coin too.
Yep.
So if there's any dirt or anything abrasive on that coin and you're rubbing it to try to get that dirt off, it's just scrubbing that coin with that dirt. That's why when I see metal detectors doing that with their, I mean, when the coins
Alexander,
are,
that's a great question, and I get that all the time.
oops.
There are correct ways to handle coin conservationship. You know, if you use distilled water, you can heat it up a little bit. You can rinse it under that, but do not apply any friction. Don't even rub it with your fingers, nothing like that. Just dip it. If there's any foreign substance on that coin, it might knock it away.
Don't use tap water.
What's that?
I said, don't use tap water. If you have a lot of chlorine or whatever in your,
especially on like silver, you know, stuff that would easily show milk spots and all that stuff. Yeah, any coin for that matter, don't use tap water. Just the hardness of the water sometimes,
or chlorine,
will translate on there as being spots, and it's a ruin a coin. So if you think about some of the most it's some of the metals that are highly susceptible to any moisture, like copper, silver, things like that.
Definitely.
Try and avoid that as best you can. That's why I say use distilled water, because it doesn't have the hardness properties where it's going to build up any sort of, calcium or whatever on there.
Alexander, if
hard
your
water spots. That's all I meant to say.
Yeah, absolutely. If your water is really salty, Alexander, you probably have a lot of salt in it.
Yeah.
Salt would just don't use tap water.
Dug coins, that's always kind of a problem, you know. If you're a metal detectorist and you go out and dig up coins, I know sometimes it's hard to get that dirt off there real easy, and that's always been kind of a tough one, you know, as far as that goes.
Well, most of those are damaged anyway. Yeah, so
ultrasound take care of most of that.
Yeah, especially all that old early colonial that you find there on the East Coast. Yeah, you can't reverse that.
Yeah.
That's why I say just go ahead and dip it in olive oil, and that's the best that could happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know nothing about that.
The 1806 half cent that I've got that I used alternating heating and cooling, the stuff flaked right off. But this is a certain kind of gunk too. You shouldn't try it with just anything, because you're going to wreck the thing.
Just don't do it. Just don't clean your coins. Leave it to the professionals.
I mean, if it's something valuable that you dig up out of the ground, and, you know, let's say it's a $500 coin, you could probably send that into Annex and say, hey, can you conserve my coin for me? And they can probably have ways that they can go in and do it safely, try to do it safely. It's never a guarantee. So the coin could always still come back cleaned, even if they have to remove some stuff off of it. So it's kind of one of those things.
Well, and the problem with copper and soil is that they don't mix.
No.
Especially highly acidic.
Silver probably does the best. To be
Silver
honest,
does. That's
Silver.
what Chris always says.
Yeah,
Gold
That he's
does.
dug silver coins out that
yeah. I my first coin I ever dug up as
Frank's
with my metal detector was a 1917 D mercury time.
Nice.
So
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the only thing that does a number on silver is some salt water. Good old Atosha shipwreck, type stuff.
Oh yeah.
SS Republic, Central America.
Central America, yeah. Gold does really good in both of those.
yes, you're right. You're right.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Doesn't silver turn green like in the ocean, or
No, it just pits really badly.
it's really bad?
Yeah.
Copper pits
Yeah.
really bad in the ground.
So it's kind of depends on where it's.
Yeah.
Is it in the bottom of the ocean, in the ground, or is it?
The sodium ions are reacting with the silver.
Yeah, Eddie makes a good point. Do not use the air compressor to blow stuff off your
Please
coin
don't do
because there's moisture and oil from that compressor that you're blowing through the line, and it'll get around the coin.
Yeah, not to mention the dust that's in the air. I mean, you're kind of going to sandblast it a little bit that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Let's not
Please.
get creative here.
Just don't touch your coins.
Just don't touch your coins. Put your
Don't.
gloves on.
Don't touch it.
Don't take pictures of your coins holding them over a big old full nasty ashtray. We don't want to see that.
Ew! I saw that. That was horrible.
Wasn't that disgusting? I'm sorry. If you're
Why
in
would
chat,
you do that?
Was
Why
that a
would
guy?
you
Was
do
that a guy
that?
or a girl? 'Cause
I think it
couldn't
was a
tell.
guy with really long fingernails. Nasty.
Just yeah.
Did he put his cigarettes out on the coin? Is that what he
It
did?
looked like it, huh?
Yeah, it looked like his little burn mark.
That's almost as bad as that guy that was selling that catalytic converter with his meth in the back.
Oh my god, I know. Sorry, you guys. We're talking about we get some really and see some really interesting stuff.
We do.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Let's just move on. Amanda's
All right,
like,
I'll take this one since
Okay.
I'm the currency
yes, please.
guy here, I guess. What do you think from Bill C? Do I have a low serial number and an off-center front and back?
Oh, it's low. Say something to cheer it up.
Wow.
Well, I can
Whoa.
tell you this, right? I will answer it in the shortest possible way. Yes and yes. You have both. So the bottom note has a 3-digit serial number. Very desirable, I always say, and you could talk to any serial number, fancy serial number connoisseur or expert. Anything with 5 leading zeros is going to be a good find. The top note is miscut. I think Bill had thrown in some reverse pictures as well, and you'll find that the miscut note will be off center on the back as well, which indicates a miscut. You could see the margins really thin there on the left hand side. Now, if the back were perfectly centered and the front were off center, then you would have a misalignment of one of the printings.
The condition's not the best.
No, it's not. These have bought many cups of coffee in its time.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, the good news is there's a little bit of value here. In both cases, you can't retire off of them, obviously, but it's certainly worth pulling out. The cool thing is they're a low denomination. I'd feel probably worse if these were like $20 bills. I would say just go ahead and spend them, especially the miscut note. There's very little premium in this condition associated with that. The 3-digit serial number, even in that condition, you'll do okay in.
Interesting. Hi, Cindy.
Good stuff, though. Good stuff. Thanks, Bill, for sending these in. Yeah, it's a shame too. I just noticed there's some writing on the front of that.
Yeah.
Which will affect the value substantially, and there's really no way to clean that up. I wouldn't attempt it.
Oh man,
It's just sad that because people don't know. And
I
they
know.
hate on it. It's like, oh,
I don't collect that stuff.
I know.
Well,
I
there are worse things that have happened in the past. If you go back to the 40s and 50s, it used to be that you had spent your currency on everything from buying regular everyday goods to paying off an invoice if you're a business owner. And usually you'll go into a business or a bank and you'll see some really nice notes, some rarities that are stapled to a corkboard with the invoice sheet.
Oh.
And that's why a lot of these earlier notes, like older silver certificates and all that stuff, have the pinholes in them, is because they were commonly stapled together with the invoice that they paid. I wasn't sure if you guys knew that, but it was a common thing back in the day.
How much does that come back as a details grade if it has stapled?
Well, when they grade these, they designate details as what they call apparent. So when you see like a VF30 apparent, that means there's a problem with the note. On a graded holder, if you flip it around on the back, they'll actually designate what's wrong with it. Either pinholes, rust, a rough margin or something like that. So it's no more different than coin grading, but their grading is pretty similar.
The green Joey K said that green seal is missing, positioned above too. Yeah, I think you talked about that, right?
No.
The pellet. What?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I deleted that.
I know.
Yeah, it didn't get deleted.
I know. Sorry, that's a dong is like a foreign currency thing, but
is it?
Oh, oops.
I think he had a different interpretation.
I don't think he had that.
Yeah, he was talking about. I'm gonna unhide him. Sorry, you guys. He was talking about because we joke about that on Ida's stream. Rocky
I'm
sending
sorry.
us.
I was.
It's okay. I know. I can see where that would have been misinterpreted.
So I don't know how to unblock him. How do you?
I did. I unhid him.
Okay.
No, it's because Rocky sends everybody. Rocky sends everybody dongs, and a dong is, I think it's a Chinese or some currency from China. I think, I'm not sure, but it's called a dong.
Korea.
So it's just a joke. But yeah, it definitely would have been misinterpreted by everybody in chat. So it's okay. Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about dongs.
No, because that currency in China could be currency here in the U.S. to help pay for pornography.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We'll just keep it going, and
we'll just move along.
on to the next thing.
Next.
Sorry, LNW. Yeah. Sorry. I don't be offended. They didn't understand. You had to be there. Sorry. My sense of humor in the mornings is a little off-colored. That's where that's coming from. Sorry.
Just the mornings. Okay.
It's okay. It's hardly noticeable.
It's hardly noticeable. Okay.
Couldn't hardly tell.
Vietnamese. Okay. Thank you, Papa Giorgio. I wasn't sure where it came from.
Good Lord above.
Anyway.
From Scott H. regarding 2021 25-cent Washington crossing the Delaware. Hello, Sean and panel. Sean, you keep showing these quarters with the interior die breaks, so I thought I would show you one with a double die reverse. I also have another variety of this coin. I must apologize for not participating in the chat, but I am half blind. So many years of looking at coins through a magnifying glass. I can kind of relate. And All I have is my phone, so it's hard to keep up. Again, I can kind of relate. But I listen to everything that's said. I love all of you, and I'm glad to just be there. I may never win anything, but I do enjoy the live streams. Thank you all for what you're doing for the coin community.
Aw.
Thank you.
Man.
Scott, that's nice. Thanks, Scott.
Ooh, I see lots of luster buster. Well, it's a 21, I should
I
hope so.
really like these coins.
You thought it was a silver, huh?
You know,
Frank?
I still don't have any. I need
So
to.
wait a minute. He's
I
got
do
a
have those.
attribution up there. HDDR.
Yeah, I don't think that matches anything because when I was looking on Wexler, I was looking on Variety Vista, I didn't find it.
Well,
Or
who's
maybe he
H?
has his own, like, in-house.
Holiday. His last name's Holiday, so maybe.
Oh, so,
Well, there you go.
okay.
I love how
he
deep these
self-attributes,
stripes are.
and it's free, and it comes back the same day.
Oh, speaking of Rocky, thanks, Rocky.
It does come
Who
back the same
started?
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little bit of doubling right there.
Oh, Rocky.
That tiny little thing. It's probably in one of the center devices, I
Yep.
would imagine.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you got
And it's
yourself
not-
a
and it's
PDR.
And it's not listed, you said, Adam?
No, none of them have been listed. So
So
Boom.
probably should, hopefully they don't label that a die gouge or something.
Gouge.
I think it looks good for being a DDR, but you're right. It's very possible it could be a die gouge too. But
But it would be definitely worth sending in
yeah,
to have it listed if it is something.
And his pictures are really good.
Really good.
Enough that the attributor will probably accept it the way they are.
Yeah,
Mhm.
really good. Yeah, I can't tell what that is either on the coin.
I think that is the cuff. I see a button, I think.
Oh, is it on his arm?
Or his hand.
Yeah, Scott will
Maybe.
hopefully. I saw him a second ago.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
told him
yep.
I told him in the email he probably should send it off.
Nice, good.
34.
Yeah, that's right there on that cuff sleeve.
Oh yeah, right in the middle,
Yeah, right by
Yep.
the hand.
right there,
Which is that's the spot where you're
right
gonna
in the
find it.
middle. Yep.
Yeah.
Meet me in the middle. I see a crack there too, I think. Or maybe a clash.
Are they
Something
all,
coming
are
off
they
the-
all different, Scott, or are they all the same?
Here I'm holding a sword.
Is
Discovered
he in
6
chat? Oh, there
varieties.
he is. The arm holding the sword. He's discovered 6 varieties. You should send them in. They need to be listed.
Yeah.
We always encourage that because, you know, a lot of people will look on certain websites for listed varieties, and if one's not listed, they might assume they don't have what they think they are seeing, that, you know. So it's for new collectors, especially that are looking to attribute something or see if what they're seeing is what they really have. It's important that these things get listed. So I would really strongly encourage you to send any of that you have in and have them attributed and listed.
Any possible ones.
Makes a huge contribution to the hobby when you do that. It really, really does.
I've got several of my own that I've done. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm still holding that
We're
95
coming up
DD.
to the end of the year here, so you know if you're going to do it now before the next wave of court. I mean, we're back to another multi-coin per year series here. The ladies
Yeah.
one.
I need to buy some rolls of these. I haven't bought any yet. I need to.
I'm really liking the detail and the obverse of these new quarters.
I love these. I think that these are one of my favorite coins that the U.S. Mint has come up with in a long time.
Yeah, the depth of the strike and
Mhm.
just the attention.
Yeah, I really love these.
And that huge crown die chip that can
Yeah.
develop.
I would
That's
like to
not
have
hard.
one of those. I would like to find one of those. Let's put it that way.
Somebody posted one in one of the Facebook groups the other day, I think.
I want to find one of those Lincoln Cuds for 21 that people keep that keep popping up.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one that's coming right up the side of his jacket.
Yes. I want to find one of the planes dropping the bomb.
Oh yeah, the
The
Tuskegee one.
Tuskegee
Yeah,
Airman, man, those things are crazy. The
Yeah.
market has just really embraced that coin.
I just want one. I want to find one. Scott, so you probably already know, Scott, where to send it and everything. But if you don't, if you need our help, shoot us an email and we'll try to help you out on where to send those and everything.
Hey, he said, do you think Kaneka would be quicker?
I would. So my suggestion would be maybe Wexler is really, really backed up. Maybe send one to him and one to, try it out and see where you get a reply faster. Is Jason working for John? Or is he working for Kaneka? He works for Kaneka, huh?
Yeah, Kaneka. Covilier?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Kaneka.
Okay. Yeah, I would try Kaneka because they have, like I said, they've got, gosh, what do they have? Like 8 or 10 attributors right now.
It might go quicker if you send it to them. I'm just saying. I mean, Wexler's got a lot of health issues right now.
He has a lot of health issues. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think
his assistant is not going through them fast enough.
Yeah.
Kaneka is an organization with more manpower, so I would certainly use them.
And last I heard was it Wexler that had the guy doing his RPMs that was moving or something like that, or yeah.
So if you have RPMs, you could probably still send them to Wexler. They'll probably get done at a decent time, I imagine.
Yeah, but this one, just send it to Kaneka.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Join Kaneka. I would especially if you are someone who would definitely use their services. I would join because I think it's free if you're a member.
Hey, you know what I noticed? There's a little die chip right there in the letter E in Delaware. You see that?
Oh yeah, right in the bottom.
Oh yeah, you could definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they got a lot of character. This coin has a lot of character.
I just really like it. I love his profile. I just think that they did a really outstanding job on this. So I am not looking forward to the new quarter things. I think
I'm tired of the multi-coin series. They need to get back to a static design.
Yes.
And I've said it before. I'm like, get back to a static design. Shift some of that design creative team manpower and put it into making a new dime, for crying out loud.
I was just going to say that.
A new dime. A full-on, newly designed obverse and reverse. I would even go as far as to possibly doing a new reverse for the nickel as well.
Yeah. But the dime is definitely way overdue.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, there have to be other renditions of things that George Washington did. They could have done like a 5-year series on that. Like started off with the Washington crossing the Delaware and doing other things in his life, historical.
Yeah, like they did the Lincoln, right? Like do Washington, signing the whatever Declaration of Independence, have him cutting down a cherry tree at a young age, crap like that.
Yeah, they could have done, like a 5-year run on something like that and let the same artist do the rendition because this person did a fantastic job.
He's talking about the Lincoln scent. Does anybody else heard that? I've kind of heard that, but I don't know.
What's that?
Lincoln scent is being
yeah, we've been hearing it for the last 10 years.
The last 10 years, right?
And you better hoard every single one of them.
Ever since Canada decided to discontinue their penny, the talk has been around since then.
Why I oughta.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably inevitable eventually. especially now that casinos have stopped giving change. And
that's BS. Yeah.
It probably is, and it costs a lot of money for actually the nickel. Doesn't the nickel cost like
That's
the
the
most
worst
out of all
one,
the?
yeah. Cost per unit.
Yeah, but I don't know. Who knows? When it happens, it'll happen. I don't know. Anyway, that's awesome, Scott. Congratulations. And please, if, like I said, if you need any help, let us know. My vision is probably not any better than yours, so don't ask me to see anything for you. But if you need help getting any information, let us know, and then keep us posted on what you find out for sure. 2021 1 cent double die obverse beauty. Oh, there have been some really nice ones on the 2021s for sure.
Yeah, Chuck found a number of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chuck, if you guys don't know, at the beginning of the year, right around the first 2 weeks of February, when they released the new Lincoln Cents for the year, he buys up a buttload of boxes just to go through them for some new varieties. So, and he pays an arm and a leg for these $25 boxes. You know Adam, right? You've seen it before.
Yes, and he's a great resource if you guys are looking for Lincoln Cents. I'm telling you, go to his Tuesday auctions and buy some Lincoln Cents. He's got tons of them.
Or just go hang out in his chat when he does roll reveals and stuff. He is a ton of info. I mean, he's you'll learn a lot. So you will learn a lot. Chuck Daughtry, Scoop. Copper Coins.
Coppercoins.com.
Copper Coins on YouTube, and then coppercoins.com. He's one of the main attributors for Lincoln Cents, or probably the one for Lincoln Cents. Yeah, he's been doing this. He has been doing this for, God, what, 30 something years or whatever, and pretty much strictly Lincoln Cents.
Oh yeah, he don't mess with other stuff.
So, and it's kind of rare to find somebody in the error or variety field or any field of numismatics that has basically focused on one denomination their entire career. You know,
It's cool.
All right, Adam, this one's yours.
Oh, yes. This one's from Stephen W., 1878 eight-tail feather.
Thanks, Cindy.
Evening, everybody. I purchased this coin on eBay, described as a 7-tail feather, but it was an 8. I have been searching for what VAM it is, and I think it might be VAM 9. I hope my pictures are good enough. If not VAM 9, what is it? It may be a rough value. Being mislabeled on eBay, there were not a lot of bidders. Tactic or error on their part, I'll never know. Bought it for $200. Good buy or bad?
Yeah, send us pictures, Dodger, for sure. I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay. So here we got a really, it's a decent grade too. It looks to be either AU or uncirculated. It looks uncirculated to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're gonna pay $200 and VAM variety aside, I think it would need to be kind of like that mint state 62-ish grade.
Yeah,
and I think it looks like that. I mean, you don't have too many luster breaks in the fields and on the cheek. I mean, you got a little bit of a bag mark there on the neck and lower jawline, but that's normal, right? These coins are big.
Let's look at that reverse too. So let's zoom in on those tail feathers. So that is indeed a 8 tail feather Morgan, which the 8 tail feathers are actually quite a bit scarcer than the 7 tail feather variety. They're I think it's like over 700,000, I think, in the 8 tail feather. So, I mean, you're talking the value's going to be a little bit higher for an 8 tail feather versus a 7. And then they also have a was it a 7/8 tail feather also variety that they
it's 8/7
or 8/7.
There's
Okay.
an 8/5, 8/4. Yeah, there's. I mean, if you look up and down VAM's website, you'll see all these. It's kind of crazy, to be honest with you.
And I'm actually going to pull up VAM World here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry.
Are we in double jeopardy right now?
Where those scores can really mount.
Okay.
Oh, look at those feathers. Oh, my Lord. That's gouges.
Are those highlighted areas the points of interest? Or is that really bad glare?
That's LED. That's
Um,
LED lights.
Yeah, I was thinking LEDs.
Yeah, that's the LEDs. So I'm going to go ahead and share.
I guess it could be.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Joey, with better pictures, yeah, it could be somewhere in that 63 to 65 arena for grade. I'm probably more on the low end, like 63, 64, just because of the bag marks.
so VAM 9 is actually the first Morgan die, and it's a top 100 variety and a WOW variety. Very scarce, very valuable. And I was kind of stuck on it a little bit because I was like, well, it says one of the main diagnostics. The reverse is identifiable because of a comma feather on the lower right side as looking at the eagle. Some VAMers describe this feather as a kidney bean shaped key identifier of VAM 9. And so when I was looking, this is kind of what we're looking at right here. This
The little spike hanging off
feather,
there.
yes. So let me go back. Let's go back to the Amanda here. There.
I love the 7/8 in the 8/7 tail feathers.
Okay, go
I've
back
got a
to
couple of
this
those.
Okay, so can we go? Let's zoom in on that eye. Can we do that eye again, Amanda? Now, if you look at it real closely, it's got that wild eye out of the eyeball there. And then you can also see it's these VAMs get really confusing. But when I was looking at this is actually a clashed variety. And so when you go in, I'm going to go back to my VAM here. Okay, so some of the pickups here. So as you can see, here's the eye. So you got it looks like a wild eye. And then you've got in the ear here, you got this right there. And then in the bow, you got this right here.
And that's just a clash mark, right?
Yeah. And then here's the what they're talking about, this kidney bean kind of little marker here. And so looking at all that, I thought, well, when I was looking at his coin, it didn't look like it had that kidney bean die marker. But if you go up to the VAM guide for a tail feather, go up here to clashed guide. So you only have the 9A, which is the clashed one with the which we're looking at right now, and then you have this is really what you want to look at right here. This is on the reverse, right of the N, but before the G is where you'll see the clash. So if we go back to his coin here, if we can, Amanda, if we can go to the full reverse. And then we can zoom in right there by N. Okay, see the clash there on the wing? So it's after the N, but before the G. Okay, so this would preclude this from being the VAM 14.1A, which is the one with that has that eye, Lady Liberty's eye, with the, I guess, like dye gouge or whatever coming out of it. But let's look at the reverse of the tail feathers. If we can, the feathers that I was showing, the kidney bean one, he's got a couple photos in there. And if we can look at that, that'd be great. He sent a lot of photos, which is good. So if you go up to those two feathers there sticking out of the left of the eagle there, right facing, they don't really look like the dye markers on the VAM 9. But it's the only one that I can find that matches all the other markers. So when I was looking at this coin and checking all the markers, the only one I could find was VAM 9A, because that's the clashed 9, VAM 9. And it's the only one I could find that matches. Now, it's not to say that maybe it could be another new variety, which is very possible. They're still being found today. So this one really threw me for a loop. I spent almost 3 hours trying to look at it. It gets frustrating because you don't have the coin in hand and you're trying to go through photos and compare everything, and it gets to be a pain. So
is the forum site on VAM World still active? Do you know? Because a lot of the pro VAM people,
I'm not sure on that. I haven't checked, Sean, to be honest.
I haven't checked either. I know when people have like these issues trying to diagnose a specific coin, they'll usually post it on there, and there's always like someone there to help out. And it's usually one of the main contributors to the site that helps.
Yeah.
So,
And to be honest, if I had the coin in hand, I could probably help a lot more. But I don't. But here's what I'm thinking. I would honestly, if this has a good chance of being a VAM9, which it looks like it does, but there are some things that are that I'm questioning, which is making it more difficult to determine that it is. I would find a way to send this to somebody to have them look at it. And I don't know if, is it Steve? I don't know if Steve's in the chat tonight, but I would definitely, send it to a professional and have them look at it and verify and say, hey, maybe this is a new variety, or maybe it is VAM9, because if it's VAM9, you've got yourself a very valuable coin. I'm talking thousands of dollars in this condition. So this is definitely something I would say I would have checked out. I would not just go off. I mean, without having the coin in hand to look at it, I can't exactly determine which one it is. But it definitely looks very close to a VAM9 because it's got the clashed, which there was only one that matched that clash, on the reverse, that matches this, the diagnostics of his coin. So that's what makes me think that it's actually VAM9, because there's nothing else that matches in the clashed, area. If I'll go back to this again, you got the right of N, but before G. It's the only one in that matches. So I would say this would be a candidate to have checked out for sure.
wow, that's a pricey coin.
Yeah, you looked at it, Sean?
PCGS has a price guide value in 63, which is what I thought the coin would peg at for 25 grand.
Yes, that's why I said this coin needs to go to a professional and have it looked at.
Okay, let's see here. Recent sales or something remotely close to that. Well, there's only been 2 examples graded in a 63. There's 3 in 62, and even at 62, PCGS has a price guide value of 18.5. 61, mid-state 61, which if this is a VAM9, I think that's kind of like the lowest grade I think that coin would be.
So Joey K said send it to PCGS, won't they know?
Not if it's possible it could be a new listing. And if it is, they won't put an attribution on the label. That's why I said I would honestly send it to somebody, get a hold of somebody at BAM World. If you can, find somebody that knows what they're doing. Say, hey, I have a coin. It's possibly a VAM9. Could you look at it for me? Yeah. Can I send it to you and you tell me what you think it is? And if it is, great. Send it off. Get it graded. Definitely. That is a coin I would definitely grade if it is a VAM9. For sure.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah. I mean, it's like 69S, I mean, comparison and value, pretty damn close. So
yeah, that's been a fun coin to look at for sure.
I tried to explain it as best as I can. It's kind of hard to do it on this platform, but
no, you did a great job.
But it's something I honestly, if it were me, I would send it off just to double check if I wasn't sure myself. So,
absolutely. Yeah, you guys will hear us say that a lot when big things like that come up on our show and in our emails, because we are looking at photographs, and that's it's the best that we can do a lot of times is give just our opinions. But typically when something like this comes up, you'll hear us say, send it here or have it verified, things like that, because, you know, a lot of times it comes back what the panel members think it is, but sometimes it doesn't. And it's always better to, in fact, we have a coin right now in our email that we've been debating on, and we're actually having the person send it to Joe Cronin, because there's a little bit, you know, we need to have something verified, because some of us, a couple of us think it's a damaged, and a couple of us think that it's a true error, and we both have kind of legitimate reasons why we think it's that, and I can see why they think it's an error. They probably can't see why I think it's damaged, and I could totally and probably am wrong, but we don't want to tell the person that it's one thing or the other when we are not 100% sure, and we're looking at photographs.
It's like tier 2 support.
Yeah, we don't tell people one way or another if we're not 100% sure.
That's good advice, Chief Stacker. Good advice for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With things the way they've been.
Because, well, I had somebody, you know, they sent their coin, very valuable coin, in insured mail. Okay. Here's the thing. There's a difference between insured and registered. Insured will not cover collectibles or valuables or precious metals. It does not cover it. So you have to send it registered if you want it covered if it gets lost. Good advice.
All right. So I pasted up the discussion group. It's very active. There's been a number of new topics and recurring topics being typed into today. So, and awesome. a few of the guys in there, I'm very familiar of who those are. Roger's in there. Guy that goes by the name Messy Desk. He's been around for probably the last 20 years. And it is, his name is exactly how he lives his life with coins. He's got a messy desk.
That's like everybody, isn't it? I don't know.
I thought that was a requirement.
Absolutely.
I won't show you my desk right now.
I won't show mine either.
Oh, no.
I have multi levels of different collectibles on my desk.
I have multitude of candy wrappers.
I believe that.
I do. This is just my Hershey's or my Reese's. I mean, I have
It's a Nestle nightmare, folks.
I couldn't believe it. We had people go out to try and find candy last night for trick or treat at Target, and they were completely sold out. So people were taking full case boxes of the full size candy bars from the checkout stands, and they were buying those. It was the funniest thing I ever seen.
People were super happy to have people trick or treating, and I mean, I couldn't believe the amount of people that decorated their houses, that were sitting outside their houses, that were so happy to see the kids coming around.
It was great. I have to admit, it was
so
awesome.
Great.
Yeah, it was. It was that way here too. So.
It was so good.
People are embracing just a return to normalcy, where we didn't have that Halloween of last year. So it was cool to see. It was busy. It was
so festive. They even had people in our community Facebook group. They had people buying mini booze bottles and giving them out to the adults too.
Yeah, there was one of them. They were giving out adult beverages, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, thanks."
Yeah. We had a block of houses. It was all like adult kind of like oriented. They had Jello shots. They had.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
One guy has a brewery in his garage. It was awesome.
People were partying for sure. There were a couple
Yeah.
houses that I took my granddaughter up to that I got contact high when they opened the front door.
Nice.
Whoa! Happy Halloween!
All right.
Yeah.
Is there any more emails?
That might be the last one, but hey, that's a heck of a coin to kind of end it off on.
That was a
It
great
is.
coin. Yeah, that was a great coin. Hey, I got what looks. Send us email, William. If you've never sent us an email before, we have a video that will kind of walk you through the process of what we expect. It'll save you a lot of time.
That must be a nickel. Is that a nickel?
What?
54S over D.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
I've got one of those.
Yeah,
I guess it could be a Lincoln.
Yeah.
it will, and it'll save us time too. If we don't have to, because a lot of times if you send us an email and we don't have the pictures that we need or things like that, we have to send you a reply asking for you to send us, certain things, our guidelines. So just go watch the video that we have up, and Carl did a great job on it. It'll walk you through how we would like the photos to look. Not everybody's you're not going to be able to do great photos. A lot of people like Carl did in that video, but do your best. The clearer the pictures are, the easier it'll be for us to assess your coin. And please, 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 if they're in a flip, any kind of flip, take it out of the flip before you photograph it. Please. And remove your ashtrays out of the photo.
That was just, I'm sorry. It was like, why? Why would you think that's a good spot to take?
Don't hold your coin with tweezers and take a picture.
Oh yeah. That's another
It's like taking a really cute selfie of yourself and you have a toilet in the background with a big old piece of dookie sitting in there.
That's exactly what it is.
It's just as bad.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Ashtray.
Hey, does anybody know what Amanda's talking about Robert's auction about the 65?
No.
No idea.
No.
Are you talking about the coin that we showed, the DDO that we showed? Oh, she was probably watching CoinOps auction and wants to go over the 65 that we showed. We could. It would probably take a little while, Amanda. It'd probably be easier for you just to go watch.
Rewind it back.
It's right. It's right at the beginning.
Click and drag the little red ball at the bottom of the screen till you get to about probably
it's right at the beginning.
35 minutes or somewhere around there.
Yeah. Plus we would get another view. I'm just kidding. But just it's right at the beginning. So it would be easier to go watch. It's a great coin though, Amanda. So you definitely should go watch it. I hope you got something good at the auction.
Yeah, really.
Hey,
but thanks for coming here, Amanda. We appreciate you. Everybody, thanks for coming.
Don't we have something to give away?
I think so. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. Look at my Christmas shirt.
Wow, is it that time of year already?
I'm going to wear it every single Monday till Christmas. Look, it matches our stickers.
We got to have turkey first.
Matches our stickers. I know, you got lots of them too.
Yeah, just fan it out like a bunch of $100 bills.
Make it rain.
Hits of a coin caught me off guard. 55 Lincoln.
We have sticker guns? Probably.
Yeah. Send us, like I said, send us your questions. You guys, please be patient with us. We're still trying to get caught up. We still have questions from like 2 weeks ago. So we're a few panel members short right now. So we're doing the best we can. It's like every time we answer an email, we get 3 more. in the inbox. So
Yeah, I think right now because I'm kind of answering a few. Right now, 57.
Yeah, I know, and
And
that's
I think it was down to like 52.
I think that's
earlier.
as low as I've been able to get it down to, and every time I've been answering emails, it's like I don't know if they know that we're on there answering them, and they'll like send us a ton. But we do the best
something
we
to
can.
keep in mind. Do not send multiple emails. We're going to have a conversation with each and every single one of you that does send an email through that specific email. Because if you send 5 separate emails with different coin topics, it's going to be hard for us to get through it. So try and keep it all in one email.
Yeah, he doesn't mean like send us like 6 different coins with like 50 different pictures in one email. He just means keep the same, like just that's what you mean, right? Like reply. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because and that way you'll also will get more consistency that way, because you'll usually get one of us answering all of your emails. So you'll get to interact with like the same panel member, and we are more familiar with what your past emails were and stuff like that. So but yeah, I really, really encourage everybody to join our Facebook group, Coin Q&A, if you have Facebook, because we have a bunch of people on there watching that group that will respond to your emails. We have a bunch of experts in there, as opposed to our panel email, our Q&A email. We have just a limited amount of panel members. So do that. Watch the video on how to submit questions. 24-hour stream. No.
That's a hell of a commitment, Joey.
Yeah.
Does that mean no bathroom breaks?
No, right? No, depends.
What if I have to drop a deuce? So that's the big question. Sometimes you eat too much fiber, and you go on these 24-hour benders. It just doesn't work.
There's
Sean, we can only see you from the waist up anyway, so nobody will know.
Nobody will know.
You could be sitting on a porta potty right now. We wouldn't know.
Oh my Lord,
That's a pity, right? That's
out of my head. Out.
Well, Buckeye Chuck, I hope we do, and I think we do. I think we have the right formula for what our audience expects from us, and we certainly have the good, knowledgeable talent pool to help out. Again, on a collective basis, we're pretty good, at what we know about the hobby, and we do have resources to some of those, main attributors out there, arrow guys, so we are, I think we're in pretty good company. So
yeah, I think so too. We're all really, really good people and nice people, but understand that when you send us an email, we're going to shoot it to you straight. We're not going to pussyfoot around it. We're going to tell you exactly what your coin is, and it's nothing personal. A lot of times we actually had somebody like pull the race card on us one time. Like we told them their coin was damaged, and they came back and said, it's because I'm black, right? No, it's because your coin's crap.
Yeah.
We're not going to blow smoke up your butt. We're going to tell you exactly what it is, and if we don't know, we'll tell you we don't know, but we will do our darndest to get you the answer.
And typically we don't like to talk about value,
No. Or
unless you know the secret handshake, we might point you in the right direction, but aside from that, being able to educate yourself on what you have is the first important step in really, being successful in the hobby. And then you could go and, sell coins and do all that great stuff, but that's only after the education part of it comes into play. You got to know the education.
We want you guys to we want you to get to where you don't have to ask us questions. We want you to be the best you can be at however you want to be in this hobby, whether it's a collector, a seller, whatever. So,
And how?
yeah. And we have a website too, you guys, livecoinqa.com, where you can find a ton of resources on there that you can go find information. So utilize that too. You know, we're here to help you guys become great collectors and give you information so that someday you can go on and pass on information and teach other people. And
Yeah, Amanda, we miss Ken too. I loved his Play-Doh, teachings. I mean,
yeah, every single day. He is up there. There's K-Rex.
Yeah, you see that little white halo coming off of Paula's head?
He watches over me up there.
Absolutely.
K-Rex. I miss him every single day. Yep.
So I would say that we were going to do a giveaway tonight, but I think we're going to wait another week. I'm not going to be here next week. I'm actually going to take the week off. But the week after, we'll give away 3 items, and I have stuff on order. Otherwise, we're stuck with Strike It Rich with Pocket Change book and a couple magnifiers. So we got some new stuff coming in. We'll wait for those to come in, so we have much more of a selection for each winner. And we'll just give away 3 items in 2 weeks. So
awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys keep an eye out too for Sean's. When are you doing your holiday giveaway? When are you starting that off, Sean?
I will be announcing it on Black Friday.
Black Friday.
So day after Thanksgiving. Yep.
Cool. So keep an eye on that, you guys. Yeah, I miss him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks again, you guys, for hanging out with us, choosing us on your Monday. There's lots of great people streaming, I know, and you can't
pick them all.
You can't watch them all. But if you know people that are in the hobby and you see them wanting to know answers to their questions about their coins and stuff like that, send them over to us. We are happy to help. That's why we do this. So yeah, and hit that thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so that you'll get notifications in case we decide sometime just to pop up. And yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you guys for joining us this evening. That was awesome. We had a really good time with you.
Absolutely. We have t-shirts for sale too. In the description below. You can we have we sell t-shirts like what Sean's wearing there, except Sean's got the collared one. We just sell the t-shirts. If you go to our website, like I said, livecoinqa.com, you can order the shirts from there. It helps us. It helps pay for our website and supports the channel. We don't make anything. None of us make anything off of this. So we do this strictly for you guys. So, all right. Everybody want to say good night? Good night.
Toodaloo.
Are we done?
Toodaloo.
Tasty pinata.
Thanks for being with us tonight, Frank. We've missed you.
Stay groovy, everyone.
Oh, Amanda asked.
Oh, Tisha's gone. Oh, these.
Yeah, do you have the link for it? I don't think I have it.
I don't have the link for it.
Was that on Amazon?
This is what they look like, though, Amanda. This is what they look like.
eBay sells a bunch of them too.
Yeah, you can go on eBay and just what would she put in? Jeweler's Loop or Coin Loop?
Yeah.
UPE.
And the company. This is the company, but I think multiple manufacturers make them. But this is the company you need to maybe look for, and it'll probably get you where you need to be.
Yeah, I think I've bought this same one from like 3 different manufacturers, and they've all been the same. So, or 3 different sellers. So,
and I'll actually maybe give one of those away. I might actually give one of those away next week. I still have a few. So,
all right, cool. Yeah. So, Amanda, do we have your email, Amanda? Yeah. Do we have your email? Shoot us an email, Amanda, and I'll look for that. I'll look for the link, Amazon link, and I'll send you the link. So if you want to do that.
I find them a lot easier on eBay.
Really? I've never bought them off eBay. I've bought it off Amazon.
There's a lot of them on eBay too. So
HSN sells them for $1,000. These?
Wait, what?
Like for a box of 1,000?
Are like shares in the company or what?
I bought mine off.
Is that 12 easy installments of $87.99?
That's
a month?
crazy.
But free shipping.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't buy them on. Don't buy anything on
Don't do
HSN.
that.
HSN, Wish, Etsy, Macari. Just don't.
Yeah, my boy Craig has this list.
I guess we're never going to get sponsored by Macari. Whatever.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude. Get rid of the blonde chick and then we'll think about it. All right. Sorry, Amanda. You got to go.
Well,
all right.
everybody, have a good week.
It's been fun, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We hope to see you around. Spread the word. So, all right.
Peace.
Good
Take care
night,
now.
you guys.
Bye-bye.